Hello, welcome to Make-at-home Pottery. I'm Fiona Booy and this is where you get to make it at home. This is a series of Halloween videos where we get to make various spooky things. I hope you enjoy them. This first project is all about making ghosts. I'm going to show you how I've made these three little guys and then you go off and see what you fancy making. So to start off with, the first ghost we're going to make is with a very small ball of clay, and what I'm going to do is make a thumb buddy. So you need your ball and you need your thumb. The basics for all thumb buddies is you need quite a small ball of clay and you need your thumb. And what you do is you put your thumb and you squeeze, 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 so you're squeezing it like that, and you're squishing that clay all the way down your thumb. And then you've got a lovely basic shape that you can then build from. As you can see, I've made the first one and I've now got a second one. What you want to get is the clay even all the way around. So when you're squishing it, see if you can feel if there's any bits that are thicker or thinner and try and even them out. And that includes the top part as well. Once you take it off, you're better off twirling it to get your thumb out. And then if you tap it on the ground, you'll get a nice flat standing piece. It might lean forward because your thumb's a bit of that angle, so you can just square it up. Okay, so here we have three different base shapes, and let's see what we can do with them. First ghost is baby ghost. I'm going to make them go out a little bit into a more triangular shape, and then I'm going to cut out some eyes and the mouth. It's always easier with your pointy stick to draw it on lightly first before you actually then dig out the holes. So this ghost is a lot shorter and squatter and quite smooth. The second ghost is army ghost. This one I've made a lot taller. I've pulled it up and pulled it down and stretched it quite thin. And what I'm going to do now is add on some arms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out two little bits. It's easier to get the balls the same size before you start. I'm going to roll them out into carrot shapes and then I'm going to add them. And that's where I'm going to do the hashtagging. So you can see here, I've got the arms and I've got them in the right positions, but now I need to attach them. At the moment they're balancing on. So I'm going to make some marks and I'm going to make a little hashtag and a little hashtag. This is very important because you need it to stick on properly. Quite often my students will make some really beautiful things and they'll spend a long time making it, but the joins aren't done properly and then their pieces fall apart later when it dries. So it's really important to get these little marks on. And then you need your paintbrush and some water and you go dab, dab, dab and dab. Now when you're squeezing them on, you're going to find that you need to actually support it from the inside. So you're putting that on there, you're putting that on there, and then you are squeezing both inside and out. You can see my little ghost arms. Whoa. And then to draw on the face, you're going to draw on those eyes and the mouth, and then shape through. Ghost 3 is candle ghost. And just to show you how I finished off this one, here I've got some big eyes. The hole at the bottom is quite big and it fits a little electric candle. So I can pop that down and it then flickers. I've also got at the back a few extra flame holes so that the light can either reflect onto the wall or back where everyone can see. So that's that one. And just to say, if you are going to be using any of the candles, you'll need to make sure that the inside of your piece is big enough. The air dry clay, that's no problem, you can do it. But with the normal clay, it will shrink about 10%. So do make sure you make it extra big so that once it's being fired, you can still fit the candle inside. And now I'm going to leave them on the radiator to dry a little bit before I paint them. So once it's firmed up, it's now time to paint. For the air dry clay, you can use normal acrylic paints. And if you want to make it shiny, you can then put varnish on top varnish would be normal varnish, or you can get PVA glue and mix that with water and then put them on the top. For regular clay, you would need my little paints, the coloured slip. In all instances, regardless of what clay you're going to use, you're going to do the main colour first. So you would start painting this guy the main blue colour. Once you've done the main bit, you can then do the finer bits and pieces, and you want to then do the little dots right at the end. You'll also see on here that I've actually then scraped off some of the patterns. So once I had done it, I then went in with my pointy stick and I scraped patterns into it as well. One thing to remember, when you change colours, either the slips or the acrylics, make sure that you wash your paintbrush and then squeeze the excess water out of it very well, so that you're not mixing the colours and you're not then bringing lots of extra water onto these pieces, because if you get too much water on, they're going to go all soggy and collapse. One important thing, if you're doing the regular clay, don't leave it too long. Wait till it firms up, but don't wait till it's bone dry. Right, get painting. So don't forget, when you're done, take some photographs and send them through to me, because I really want to see what you've made. Ta-da!